Have you been petting your cat the same way for years and wondering why they only seem to tolerate it instead of truly melting into it? Most people assume their cat just isn't that affectionate or doesn't love being touched. But here's the truth. It's not that your cat doesn't like physical affection. It's that you've been petting them the human way, not the cat way. And there are 5 specific techniques your cat has been wishing you'd try, but you've never thought to do them. 1. The 2-finger cheek trace, not a full hand rub. You see your cat. You want to show affection. So you put your whole palm on their face and rub. It feels warm. It feels loving. But here's what your cat is experiencing: overwhelming pressure, imprecise contact, and a touch that's way too broad to actually feel good. Cats have scent glands concentrated in very specific areas of their face, around their cheeks, chin, and forehead. And when you use your entire hand, you're essentially smearing contact across their whole face instead of targeting the spots that actually crave it. A study from the University of Lincoln in 2021 found that cats show significantly more positive responses to light, targeted touch on scent gland areas compared to broad stroking motions. When you slow down and use just 2 fingers, your index and middle finger, and trace them slowly along the high part of your cat's cheekbone, something changes. You're no longer petting them the way you think feels good. You're touching them the way their mother did when they were tiny. That gentle, precise pressure along the side of their face is hardwired into their earliest memory of safety. And when you do it right, you'll see it. Their eyes will close. Their head will push into your fingers. And for a moment, they're not a full-grown cat anymore. They're a kitten again. And you're the one making them feel that safe. 2. The chin scratch from below, never from above. You reach down and scratch your cat's chin. They seem to like it. But here's what you're missing. You're doing it from the wrong angle. Most people approach their cat's chin from above, standing over them, reaching down, scratching while looming. And while your cat tolerates it, there's a tension they can't shake. Because in the animal kingdom, anything approaching from above is a potential threat. Even when it's you. Even when it's affection. Research from Nottingham Trent University found that cats remain in a heightened state of alertness when touched from overhead positions, even by familiar humans. Their body knows you, but their instincts don't care. So here's what changes everything. Get low. Sit on the floor. And instead of reaching down to their chin, bring your hand up from below. Let your fingers approach their chin from underneath, from their level or lower. The second you do this, the entire dynamic shifts. Because now, you're not the bigger animal dispensing affection from a position of power. You're the smaller one offering it from a place of equality. And your cat's nervous system registers that difference immediately. The tension drops. The guard comes down. And suddenly, that chin scratch isn't just pleasant. It's permission to fully relax. Because for the first time, the angle of your touch is telling them they're safe. 3. The base of tail pressure hold, not just light scratching. You scratch the base of your cat's tail, and they seem to like it. Their butt goes up. They arch their back. So you keep doing it. But here's what most people don't realize. You're only giving them 10% of what they actually want. Cats don't want light scratching at the base of their tail. They want firm, sustained pressure. And there's a reason for that. The base of the tail is a high-tension area. It's where a lot of muscle groups converge, and it's a spot they can't properly groom or relieve themselves. When you lightly scratch it, you're stimulating the area. But when you apply real pressure, when you use your thumb and fingers to hold and squeeze gently at the very base where tail meets body, you're doing something completely different. You're triggering a release point. A study from the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine found that cats show grooming and social bonding behaviors most intensely in areas they cannot reach themselves, and the base of the tail ranks highest for tactile sensitivity. When you apply that firm pressure, you're giving them relief they've been craving but had no way to ask for. And the response is immediate. Their whole body will lean into it. They'll start purring in a way that sounds different, deeper, more guttural. Some cats will even start grooming the air or kneading because the sensation is so overwhelming it crosses into something almost emotional. This isn't just a nice scratch. This is you finally understanding what their body has been asking for. 4. The slow motion forehead press, not a quick pat. You walk by your cat and give them a quick pat on the head. It's affectionate, it's casual, but to your cat, it barely registers. Because a quick pat is chaotic. It's sudden energy. It's the kind of touch that says I'm busy, but I acknowledge you. And that's not what your cat wants. Here's what they actually want. A slow, deliberate press. Not a rub, not a scratch, a press. When your cat head bonks you, they're not just saying hello. They're marking you with their scent and creating a moment of shared stillness. It's one of the most vulnerable gestures a cat can make. And when you respond with a quick pat, you're essentially ignoring the entire message. But when you slow down, when you place your palm or your forehead gently against theirs and hold it there for 3 to 5 seconds without moving, you're finally speaking their language back to them. You're not just receiving their affection. You're returning it in the exact dialect they used. And your cat will notice, they'll hold the press longer, they'll close their eyes, they'll stay in that moment with you, because you've just proven that you understand what that gesture actually means. And if this is making you realize that you've been rushing past 100 small moments like this, if you're starting to see that your cat has been trying to connect with you in ways you didn't even recognize, subscribe. Because there's so much more to learn. And your cat has been waiting for you to start paying attention. 5. The outer ear base massage. The spot they can never reach. You pet the top of your cat's head. You scratch behind their ears. And your cat enjoys it. But here's the spot you've been missing this entire time. The outer base of the ear. Right where the ear cartilage connects to the skull. It's a tiny area. Most people's hands just glide right over it. But this spot is everything. Cats hold tension here. It's where stress accumulates throughout the day. And because of the angle and the way their body is built, they can't reach it themselves. Not with their paws. Not by rubbing against something. Not even by grooming. They're stuck with it. A study from Cornell's Feline Health Center found that cats have a high concentration of nerve endings at the base of the ear, and tactile stimulation in this area can reduce stress markers and promote relaxation behaviors. When you place your thumb and forefinger at the base of your cat's ear, not on the fluffy part behind it, but right where the ear itself attaches to their head, and apply gentle circular pressure, you're releasing something they've been carrying all day. The first time you do this right, your cat's reaction will tell you everything. Their eyes will glaze, their head will tilt into your hand. Some cats will freeze completely, like they can't believe what's happening. Because this is the spot. This is the place they've been waiting years for you to find. And now that you have, they don't want you to stop. Ever. This isn't just petting anymore. This is relief. This is you finally learning their body well enough to know where the hidden aches live. And that knowledge, that attention, is worth more to your cat than anything else you could give them. Your cat has been waiting for you to learn their body. Not just where they like to be touched, but how. Not just the spots that feel good, but the pressure, the angle, the timing, that makes those spots transform from pleasant to profound. And the moment you finally get it right, the moment you stop petting them the way you think you should and start touching them the way they've been silently asking for, everything changes because they realize you've been paying attention all along, that you care enough to learn their language. That touch isn't just something you do to them, it's something you've learned to speak fluently. And there's no closer bond than that.